2025 has been an absolutely fantastic year for retro handhelds, bringing us some of the most unique consoles we've ever seen. And these are my top 5 for the first half of 2025. The Magic X040 is not only one of the most unique consoles to come out in 2025, but one of the most unique retro handhelds to have ever come out. A console that is very specifically designed for Nintendo DS emulation and pretty much nothing else. With its tall touchscreen, you can handle both DS screens without any issues. And I have to say, the Magic X040 really surprised me when I first got my hands on it. Magic X is still a pretty unknown company so far, and initial images made me think that the 040 could have been a little bit plasticky and maybe a bit cheap feeling. But as soon as I got my hands on it, it felt so much nicer than I expected. And surprisingly for its size, it slips in your pocket without you hardly even noticing it. The Magic X040 might be specifically focused on DS gaming and maybe some vertical arcade gaming as well, but although that might seem quite limiting, it does it so well, it is an absolutely fantastic choice. Another really unique console in a year that's producing some pretty unique retro handhelds is the Ambik RG Slide. Reminiscent of a PSP Go or some Xperia mobile phones, the RG Slide is definitely a unique handheld, but it backs up that uniqueness with a seriously awesome retro handheld experience. The RG Slide boasts a 4.7-inch screen and gives you retro gaming capability up to PS2 and GameCube as well. While maybe not the most practical design, especially if you compare it to a flip console and the fact that the screen isn't protected, the slide style of the RG console is so unique it just oozes coolness. Whereas we've seen countless flip consoles coming out in 2025, the RG Slide stands out by doing things a little bit differently. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if we'll see another slide console. That's how unique this design really is. But while it's available, it's definitely one of my favorites out there. If the slide aesthetic doesn't protect the screen enough for you though, then you can check out the Retroid Pocket Flip 2. This time around, Retroid have absolutely knocked it out the park with a flip console. In 2025, it feels like Retroid are just going from strength to strength with the Retroid Pocket 5, the Retroid Pocket Mini, the Retroid Pocket Classic, and now the Flip 2. I really feel like Retroid have found their stride, and I've always been a fan of flip consoles. But I have to admit, some of the retro handheld flip consoles of late have left me wanting a bit more, but not the Flip 2. The Flip 2 gives me everything I want. The protected screen of a flip console, the pocketability, and the awesome gaming power up to PS2 and GameCube emulation. This list is in no particular order, but to be honest, of all the 2025 consoles so far, I have to say the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is my personal favourite. If you like flip consoles but the Flip 2 is maybe a bit too big for you when you want something a bit more nostalgic, then the RG34XX SP is exactly what you should be looking at. The 34XX SP is one of the best flip consoles out there and arguably one of the best clone consoles to date, giving you amazing emulation up to and including PSP and Dreamcast, with the addition of analog sticks as well. The RG34XX SP does things so well, it honestly feels like this is a GBA SP2. And it has me really excited for what other clone consoles Ambik might have around the corner. The RG557 is probably the most ergonomically comfortable retro handheld to date. Honestly, the RG557 feels to me what I think the PS Portal would have been like if they'd gone for a little bit more of a subdued design. And with that 5.5-inch OLED screen, gaming on this is just absolute bliss. Sure, the 557 might not be the easiest to slide in your pocket, but when I'm around the house or if I've got my backpack on me, the 557 is almost always the console I will choose because I know I can put so many hours into this, not even worrying about hand cramp, and just get exported to such an immersive world of gaming. And the RG557 sits on this list as one of my favorite retro handhelds of 2025. If you want to get your hands on any of these consoles, Mech DIY have a summer 15% sale off right now, which I'll have links to in the description below, and you can use my Chronic Spartan 15% off as well. But if you want to find something a little bit more specific to take on your summer holidays, then check out this video right here.